Hello, folks, and welcome back. I am John Najarian, and this is 3 at 3 for the 24th of September. Yes, this is one of those weekly expirations, and it has been a wild week with us down nearly 1,000 points on Monday, coming back to only be down 450 or 500 points, and then subsequent rallies. And right now, we're fractionally higher on the week. So in other words, nothing happened. And volatility went up 64% from the end of last week to the highs of Monday, and has bled all the way back down to nearly 2 full points below where we closed last Friday. It's understandable that they would put a little premium on the VIX because of the uncertainty around the Fed decision, the 22nd of September. But apparently they put too much on, and the VIX slipping now into the 18 range after being in the 20 range last Friday into the Fed meeting. But with all that said, and just a quick shout to my friend The Rock, his people sent me some of this. This is his energy drink, ZOA, zero sugar, pineapple, coconut. It's got aminos and antioxidants and everything else. And I used to drink a different energy drink, and now they're switching me over to ZOA, and it seems like a pretty good switch. So anyway, thank you, Rock. Thank you, all the folks in distribution, for that. Let's get started with today's 3 at 3. All right, first one is International Flavors and Fragrances, IFF. Bullish call buying, so bullish that my cat is going nuts about it back here. The stock was $132.60, and we saw a ton of the October 135 calls changing hands. So I made it my final trade on halftime. You've got until next Friday, because this is the 1st of October 135 calls. Keep an eye on this one. I am in the lower strike, and my intention is, of course, as usual, to sell the upper strike against it. Second trade, number 2, cake. Not Cake by the Ocean, but cake right here. Cheesecake Factory. Bullish call buying with the stock at $49.60. But look, they're buying nearly $6 out of the money calls. October double nickel, 55 calls. So this is 50. That's 55, by the way, especially if I do it like this. Anyway, old hand signals. The October double nickel calls, $6 out of the money. You know I'm not going to buy that. I'm going to buy an at the money and sell a higher strike against it. As long as I do that one-to-one, folks, no additional risk. In fact, I cut my risk. I can cut my risk in the total dollars invested. I can cut my risk to changes in volatility on the negative side, and I can cut my time decay or theta risk as well. So that's what I'm all about. Try to do that every day because I want to swing for singles and doubles all day long. Every once in a while, you get a lucid, and that ends up being a home run. You get a 10x or better. But as long as I'm swinging for those singles and cutting losses on the losers, you're going to be a big winner in this game. So that is our second of today's 3 at 3. Cake, Cheesecake Factory. Third, Marathon, MRO, bullish call buying here. Stock's just over 1250. They're not buying the 1250 calls, though. They're buying the 15 calls in November. So nearly 2 full months out into the future. Same story. I want to buy it at the money, and I want to sell a higher strike call against it. Some of you may elect to sell puts because when we see bullish call buying, some people say, why don't I just get paid to sell the puts? Well, you can. That's up to you as long as you understand the risks that you could have to buy shares at a lower price, even though actually, technically, whatever strike you sell is the price that you'd be buying shares. But that, for instance, if you were to sell the 1250 put and the stock fell to 10, you're still buying at $12.50 because you insured somebody else's portfolio. They have the right to put shares to you if you do that. So for those of us who like having low risk trades on, that's a little higher risk. It's in fact the same sort of risk that you'd assume by just buying the stock. All right, let's get to today's third of our 3 at 3, and it is, whoops, no, I already got that. That's right. They were IFF, they were Cake, and then Marathon Petroleum. All right. Questions? Yeah, let's get to those. John without an H, Najarian, Jon Najarian. Roll Tide. What a crew today. Scott Wapner, halftime. The Alabama of your panelists, John Najarian. Oh, thank you. Gilman Hill, I love Jenny. Jenny Harrington, of course. A surprising top 5 ranking, think Iowa. And Stephen Weiss, the disappointment. Ohio State, oh, man, that's brutal, but still dangerous. And Pete Najarian is the equivalent of Clemson or Georgia. Well, you are too kind to call me the Alabama of the panel, and maybe a little harsh on Weiss, too. But thank you, Neil. We certainly appreciate you tuning in and your humor. Neil's handle is at NEILPANKAU. Rocket. With 1200 Rocket, OC15 expiration, that is, OC15 expiration, but he's citing the 18 calls trading today, as well as the expiring call action, next week's history, and the history of short squeezes in this name. Does it look poised for an upside move? Sure it could. Sure it could. It's too cheap. Rocket is way too cheap, but 1200 is not enough for me to get excited. So you are correct, Trade CNBC. That's the handle there, TRADE CNBC. But I really want to see a lot more. I want to see 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. Those kinds of numbers excite me. 1,200 does not. So I wish you luck with this trade. It doesn't mean that you're wrong. It's just our particular metrics are that we want to see volume, volatility, velocity. And this isn't enough volume yet. Market Rebellion. If you want to get started in trading stock, options, futures, cryptocurrencies, go to marketrebellion.com/get started, because we have courses all the way from the beginning when you're first starting out to intermediate courses to advanced courses. And we have them on stock, which would include, of course, technical analysis, options, which we have all kinds of expertise in. Cryptocurrencies, got 2 of the best in the business, Monty and CJ, and futures. Make sure you check it out at marketrebellion.com. A lot more cool stuff coming. In fact, we're going to launch some new stuff next week, folks, at our conference in Vegas, which starts a week from today, the 1st and 2nd of October. Still some virtual tickets left. Thousands of you have done that already. Do yourself a favor. It's money that you couldn't find a better way to spend your money. Certainly, ways you could give away your money are very attractive. You know, if you're somebody in that position, fantastic. But if you want to spend your money, one of the best uses of those funds would be to attend our conference virtually. You save yourself airfare, you save hotel, and you're sleeping in your own bed. So check out marketrebellion.com/events. That's marketrebellion.com/events. If there are any bronze tickets left, grab them because you could probably scalp them at this point. But the virtual tickets will get you every single discussion that we have out there up on the stage in front of 1,000 people. So that's the ARIA next week, October 1st and 2nd. Just go to marketrebellion.com/events. Hey, folks, have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.